You're listening to the OMG Hour.
All right, let's do this thing again, I suppose. Welcome to episode number 261 of the OMG Hour. It is July 27th, 2017, and I am Sean Evans, otherwise known as Zion Tane.
And I'm Grimwald. Hi, everybody.
Hello, Grimwald. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's great to be here, finally. I've been a long-time listener, first-time talker.
Excellent, excellent. And who else do we have with us tonight?
I don't have any funny names made up. I wasn't prepared for giving funny names, so just Tycko, Mr. Second Place,
I don't know what you're talking about. Funny names. Who's making up funny names?
I find that very
Sean?
offensive.
Are you?
Sean? That's a ridiculous name.
Especially spelled that way. Is that what you're saying?
I know.
Scene? Yes.
Cian?
Yes. So, gentlemen, how's your week been?
Good.
It's been good. I watched a new TV show this week.
What?
Actually. Yeah, I know. I don't watch new shows ever.
Wow.
But the people at work were like harassing me to watch this show called Stranger Things on Netflix.
Dude.
Oh, love that show.
Loved it.
Yeah. So I've watched the first 2 episodes now, and I was actually really impressed. So every once in a while, it helps. Like, it's good to watch something new. I think maybe. So apparently I'm only a season behind because the new season's coming out.
New season comes out just before Halloween, October 27th,
Yeah.
I think.
Okay,
Yes.
so
Yeah.
hopefully I can finish this season before then. So
Well,
yeah,
it's
no,
what,
that's-
10 episodes or 13? I
10
can't remember.
episodes.
10?
I think it's 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a
You should be able to binge
short
that.
season. Oh, I didn't
Yeah, you
realize.
should be able to binge that.
Oh, easy.
Yeah, I don't binge on TV.
Well,
Binging for me is like 1 episode a day. I would call binging.
Yeah, I'm the same way as you, Jeff. I can't binge things. I can watch maybe 2 episodes of something before I have to go do something else.
Yeah.
I can do like 2 seasons, maybe.
Oh
2
my
seasons, and then I
gosh.
switch something.
Seriously?
You'd be
Yeah.
bored watching TV for more than an hour. Like I am having awful problems getting through movies now. I can't sit through a movie before I'm like, oh gosh, is it over yet?
No, I'm different with movies. I love movies. But anyway,
Yeah.
different topic. Let's talk about games, because that's what we're here to do,
Games.
apparently.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
All right, why not?
this is the OMG hour, not the
OMG.
hour, or whatever.
I'm good.
Movie watchers?
Uh,
I don't know. I don't know. Jeff, did you play games?
It did. So actually, I've been playing this first game for the last 2 weeks, but we ran out of time to talk about it last week, and that is Battlefield 1.
Yeah, and how are you liking it? You picked it up on Amazon Prime, is that right?
Yes, I did. I got 2 copies, $30 a pop. Now, of course, it's $30 on sale on PlayStation this week, so I was like, But I wanted to get the physical discs because the discs are trading around the house because we have 3 PlayStations, digital. The way the DRM works only works really well with 2 PlayStations, so now my stepson can play and I can play or my wife can play, and it doesn't really matter who's got it because it's on disc. So jumping into this game, I had forgotten how darn good looking it is. It is a really good looking game, and I don't want to go on it. I think we've talked about Battlefield on the show before. I had forgotten basically how good it is, so I'll leave that at that.
Cool.
I will also say I am really bad at this game. The gameplay that you are watching is embarrassing. I do not get a lot of kills at anything. I'm enjoying it, but I'm dying like every 10 seconds. Like, it's nuts. And you know,
That's how I play.
yeah.
Isn't that what these games are? 10-second life?
I don't know. Like when I look at, I feel like every time I play Star Wars Battlefront online, it's the same thing. I feel like I'm just dying and dying and dying. But then when I get to the end of the game and I look at the scoreboard, like the people on the top have like 150,000 kills to my 7.
Right? I know.
And I'm like, man, they're playing a different game than I am.
That's why I don't do PvP, because I'm the same way. In fact, I'm surprised. Your 7 is probably more than I would have.
You know, I am not bad at PvP if it's a game that I'm good at, I guess, Like, I play a fair amount of Destiny PvP. I mean, I don't want to say I do it all the time, and I play it, it's been a little slow lately, but, I play a lot of Overwatch, and, I can hold my own in those games. I feel like I'm contributing, but when I'm playing Battlefront, or Battlefield so far, I feel like I'm just feeding the deaths, But I don't know. I mean, it's all right. It's it's very pretty. It's kind of fun. I don't like the mode that has vehicles in it. I like the mode without vehicles because I find the vehicle maps are a little too big and you just get sniped all over the place. Whereas the non-vehicle maps feel a little bit more condensed, but there's still lots of people to shoot, so it's all right. It's good.
Awesome.
Yeah, not bad. The other thing I played this week. Was, of course, the Destiny 2 beta, because, as we talked about it last week, it was on the show. So they opened the farm for an hour on Sunday.
I want to say, first off, Jeff, thank you for live streaming it, because I was in the middle of editing last week's podcast when I saw your Twitter notification go through, and it was 1:48 p.m., and I'm like,
oh my goodness.
Oh, Destiny Farm, I got to go do that right now.
Oh, I put a notification in my calendar.
Yeah.
So that I wouldn't forget.
Because it was only like 1 hour at 1 p.m. or something. Yeah. So yeah, I got in for, I don't know, maybe 15 minutes.
Okay. So, what did you think about the farm?
I think it's beautiful, for one thing. It is a gorgeous area, and the ambiance on it with just the forest sounds, the birds chirping, and the sound is really good. The sound is amazing. It's interesting how our guardians don't know how to swim, though.
Yeah. Don't notice that you just drowned.
Don't jump in the water. Don't jump in the water because you'll die.
I think that all the enemies in Destiny should switch to water guns because it seems to instantly murder us.
Well, exactly, right? Because we're the aliens from Signs.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah.
Apparently.
No, but I think it's gorgeous. I think there's a lot of fun stuff to do in it, though. I think in the main game, it's not stuff I think people are going to spend a whole lot of time doing. There was people just trying to climb all the buildings here because, well, there's nothing else to do. It was just let's just explore the farm. So I spent time just. No NPCs. There were buildings that had open doors, but you couldn't get into them. Yep. Which was strange. I don't know if they're eventually, if you're going to be able to, if they're going to have interiors or not. But I spent 15 minutes literally just kind of smiling and having fun and just goofing around, which is what most people were doing. This wheel well, there's a wheel water mill. And I spent about 5 minutes just walking like a hamster in a wheel.
Being a hamster.
I decided let's be a hamster in a wheel, and I started walking on the wheel, or inside the wheel.
I did it on top of the wheel.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I did it inside. I wanted to be the hamster, so whatever. What were your thoughts on it?
I really liked it. There were some interesting things about it, like the. Last week I was talking about the differences of the 360 to the next gen, right? And one of the things that immediately I noticed is that there's only one zone. On the previous tower, right? There was 3 actual zones with those matchmaking corridors where they were trying to split up all the player base to get across this big area. And now they've really opened it up so that everybody's going to be in one area, and all 24 Guardians would, in theory, be able to be in one spot together, like on the soccer pitch, right?
Right. Did you play soccer?
I did, actually. There was a lot of Guardians. I got in there really early, and it was interesting because when I got in, there was one other person in there, and then I watched it fill up.
Oh, nice.
Just Guardians, coming in, that are crawling everywhere. And then there was this huge, it had to be 20-player match of soccer going on. And it was just fun. I mean, it was hilarious, right?
Oh, yeah. And it is fun because you actually score goals, and 3 goals wins. Yep. And when you get 3 goals, these big fireworks shoot up, right? Yeah. Which was fun. So, I mean, I had fun that. I had fun climbing all the buildings and just wandering. But, yeah, it's a beautiful-looking area, considering it's just the social area. But they've put a lot of effort into this. It's amazing.
Yeah, they did a really, really good job. So, looking forward to it. something like 45 days left or something until it comes out. Can't wait.
I know, me either.
Soon.
I took the week
Soon.
off. I think Jeff, you did too. You took a few days off.
Yeah, I took. I'm off from release date onwards.
Yeah.
It's kind of silly when I looked at it because Monday is Labor Day, and then I'm going to go to work on Tuesday,
And then you're off
and
Wednesday.
then I'm off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So I was like, why didn't I just take Tuesday? But then I'm like, why would I waste a day on Tuesday? What the heck would I do? Just sit around at home doing nothing? I might as well go make money. So yeah.
Yeah, we're taking the long weekend. We're gonna go camping for the long weekend, and then I decided just if we're gonna go that weekend, I might as well take the rest of the week off, and
Sure.
I'll take it off to play Destiny. So
Yeah, the only thing that sort of is hampering my release day plans is that Miranda's actually going away to a conference, and she leaves on Wednesday, and I have to drive her to the airport Wednesday morning. So I'm like,
Can't you just tell her to Uber that and just
we live really far away from the airport.
Yeah.
I'll take her to the airport. I mean, it'll be fine. I'll have lots of gaming time, for the rest of the week, so it's fine. And then the last thing that I played this week is I played a little bit of Fortnite.
yeah,
And this was code provided by the publisher.
That's right. Yes,
Publisher,
provided by the
developer,
publisher.
same person in this
Yep.
case.
You played this on what, Jeff? PC?
PlayStation 4, actually.
PlayStation? Okay.
Yeah.
I played on Xbox actually.
So you
this
can,
week.
for those who don't know, you can link your Unreal account or your Epic account with your console, so that if you purchase the Founders Bundle on PC, it will transfer to PS4 as well because it's that same account.
Yeah. So, played this. I didn't play too far. I only played the first couple of missions. There's a whole series of training missions first, so I can only really give some initial impressions so far. It is an interesting game. So, it's basically broken up into building rounds and then combat rounds.
Okay.
So in the beginning, I had to build this little base. And I had some freedom. It's still early in the game, right? So I didn't have a lot of freedom in what I could do, but I had some freedom to customize my base to protect this shield generator. And then, actually, I think this is the mission. Oh, the video is the first mission. So I'm talking about the first real actual mission. I have the shield generator. I have to protect it, so I build a base around it. And then once I'm done, I can go and say, okay, I'm done. Trigger the bad guy round, and then it switches to the combat round, right?
Yeah, tower
And
defense
repair
combat
things.
round.
Yeah, it's a little bit like all the other games that have come out.
Like
so far.
Orcs Must Die.
Sky,
Yeah.
Plants vs Zombies
Dungeons
sort of thing.
Defenders, Plants vs Zombies. Actually, I can't say Plants vs Zombies because I didn't play that. But yeah, it's very much Orcs Must Die so far. Again, I haven't played too much yet, but I think you have more freedom to build whatever type of structure you want, whereas Orcs Must Die is there's a level, and then you get money, and you have to place traps, but you can't change the structure, right? Here, think Minecraft level, you can build whatever you want. There's a wall here in the video that we're showing on the stream right now, and I can poke holes in that wall to make a doorway. And then if I'm building my structure, I have floors I can choose from, or I have walls, or I have ceilings, I have traps, I have stairs, and then I get to choose the material that they're built out of. And in order to get the materials, I have to go into the environment and I have to harvest things.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so it's a little bit more advanced than Orcs Must Die, but same basic premise. I will say that the UI on the console version is abysmal. I hate it.
Oh,
it's terrible.
my goodness.
Way too much.
Oh
UI.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
you know me, I really care about that, and maybe I'm too picky about it. So your mileage may vary, but it's got nav everywhere, and there's tons of stuff going on, and the free to play is really prevalent in this game. I was looking through comments of what other people thought about it, and a lot of people were saying that they spent $100 and some odd on the Ultimate Edition, and they really didn't feel like they got their money's worth out of it. So because they weren't really getting that much. So I only have 2 characters unlocked, of a possible, I don't know, like 16 or 8 or I don't even know.
Right.
But there's also different classes and stuff. So
you were given the standard edition to review, and what did that include?
As far as I know, I did get a couple of like unlockable like loot boxes.
Okay.
I don't know if they were standardized or randomized or what, and I got just the one character.
Okay.
I think you get actually once you complete the training, you get some more stuff. Because I have the same thing. I actually got a code from a friend who had purchased the Ultimate Edition, and so it gives them another code to give out to somebody. And that code there, after I completed the tutorial, gave me a second or third character or something like that, and some llamas to break open.
Yeah, so I did that. I got past that. I got a bunch of llamas. I got a second character.
Llamas.
It's like a pinata, llama pinata.
Pinatas. Yeah, the pinatas are called llamas, but it's essentially a loot box.
Okay, so you have to give this a rating out of llamas then.
It's too early to rate yet. Like,
eventually,
things are good. The gunplay is good. The construction worked well. It didn't feel clunky. You know, I felt like I could build structures really rapidly. There's a really good snapping system.
Okay.
Where you get to everything standard sizes and stuff. Like, I think it could be good, but I want to get deeper into the game, and I want to try like what it's like with 4 players. If this is just going to be horde mode battling, you know, I get bored of that pretty fast. You know,
I think that's what it is.
I prefer, like, I know I bring up Destiny all the time, but like I prefer those co-op levels, the harder challenges, and not just basically sitting there and defending something and you don't really go on an adventure or whatever. So
yeah, no, I hear you.
We'll see.
And
I'm gonna keep playing it.
That's what this is, isn't it? Just base building and horde. You're protecting against the horde.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all it is. So
I don't know if I would have paid. I think the top level one, like I said earlier, is about $150. I don't know if I would spend $150 on this game.
No.
You know, the lowest, cheapest entry point seems to be about $50 Canadian, and I'm like, I don't know if I'd spend that.
Mm-hmm.
Not for a game that is. Most of this is going to be free to play, anyways. You're just unlocking. It's giving you extra packs early.
Well, that's the thing with this game. The news has been saying that this is going to be a free-to-play game, and they've never been shy to say so. You know, next year it's going to be free-to-play, and yet they've already sold $500,000 worth of pre-orders, essentially, for this game.
Yeah.
You know, beta, because what you're doing is you're buying into the beta, and then next year when it goes free-to-play, it's available to everybody. But they've already sold $500,000 worth of betas in this. That says something right there. You know that
it's the new business model.
Yeah, well, but that many people have trust in this game.
Well, it makes me wonder. You know how back in the day when MMOs were launching like every other week, and then they would launch and people would buy them and people would play them, and then like a year later they would all transition to free to play.
Free to play, yeah.
I think they're just officializing that model now.
That's
like
a good
before
point.
It used to be like, oh yeah, we're no free to play for us. We believe in pay to play model, blah blah blah. And then like a year later it would be like, no, free to play is the way to go. Yep, we were wrong about that one. Oops, let's do it.
Meanwhile, that was the plan the whole time.
Like, no, it'll be free. Just buy it now, or we'll give it to you free later. Like,
right.
I think it's just a thing. It's the business model they discovered by accident.
Yeah, it's going to be free next year, but if you want to play now, it's $50.
Yeah, and we'll give you a couple of trinkets to say thank you for giving us your money early.
Exactly. All right, Tycko, do you want to go through what you've been playing? Obviously, you've been playing Fortnite as well.
I have been playing some Fortnite as well. I'm also doing this thing where I going back and replaying some old stuff again. So Shadow of Mordor, Game of the Year edition. I popped that in and played some of that. So I don't have any gameplay of that because it's old, but went through some of that. And then I picked up Fable Fortune. Or Fable's Fortune.
Fable Fortune, yeah. It's a card game.
Fable Fortune. It's Hearthstone with Fable characters.
This is another fad in gaming, these card games.
Yep. Yes, and this is hit the Xbox preview program on Tuesday. So I haven't paid for it yet. I'm just doing the trial just to see, and it basically feels exactly like Hearthstone. You just get a series of cards, characters from the Fable universe, and you're just trying to take down your opponent. I guess when you say that,
the Fable universe.
Yes.
Is there really
all three of the games?
But that's just it, right? Is there really a universe of characters in Fable? Like, really?
There's like a bunch of different bandits and stuff like that. They've obviously created some personalities and stuff like that for the. I personally find the whole way it looks actually to be very jumbled. Like they've got this sort of whole forest scene that they've got for your play mat area, and I just find it just to be very distracting as I'm playing it, just trying to figure out where my cursor is and stuff like that. I mean, the gameplay is standard, like standard Hearthstone, or like there's nothing that jumped out at that made me think, man, this is really different or fun compared to this.
So there's nothing that that screams out and says, "Oh, I got to play this instead of Hearthstone or Gwent or."
No,
the Elder
really,
Scrolls 1 or
Magic. Nothing has jumped out at me for me to want to play this more than anything else.
Fair enough.
Like it's the same thing. You have your the certain amount of power every turn, or gold that they call it in this one here, and you can put out your characters or your cards up to 10 max. There's nothing in it that really. Like, I think the only thing that really is a little bit different is they have these quests that you can do during the game. So if you complete a quest, like fire off 2 magic spells, it'll give you some extra cards.
Oh, okay.
But
so
nothing
objectives
objectives during the round of play. Nothing that makes it really stand out. Particularly if I'm playing this on my console, I'd rather play Hearthstone on my phone.
Well, speaking of card games on the phone, Elder Scrolls Legends is now available for mobile as of today.
Is it?
Yeah, it's available today. I've downloaded it already, so I'm looking forward to giving that a try. I haven't played it on PC at all, but it is available for
I've played
iOS,
on PC. I did enjoy it,
and Android. So yeah, downloaded that today. Anything else, Tycko?
Yeah, hang on, I'm downloading.
Yes, I know both of you are downloading, but did you play anything else?
No.
We're
Concentrating.
Well, I actually did play some Destiny beta on the Xbox as well.
Oh, you did? Okay.
I did. I downloaded and played. I played that. The first is a Strike. The first thing is Strike.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I played. The first thing is a mission.
First one's the mission.
Then I played the mission. I went through and I played the mission. It was fun. I liked it.
So we all failed to get together and play over the weekend after Tycko got it for PlayStation. And then,
you guys are terrible human beings who don't talk to me outside of this 1 hour of the week. And that's it.
You know what? I am the one who said, "Hey guys, are we going to play?" And then 4 hours later, Tycho's like, "Sure, when?" Yeah, it's too late.
I believe you said, "Hey Jeff, are we going to play?"
No, I said, "Hey guys."
No. Hey guys.
Hey guys.
I don't know. That doesn't sound like something.
All right.
When did you do that? I don't know. I don't remember what day you did that. That doesn't sound like something I would have ignored.
That was on Sunday. Anyway,
well, that's why.
Gentlemen, I played a new PlayStation VR game.
Okay, what's it called?
It's called Theseus. And let me say something first. This is...
Say what you want.
Yeah, I'm going to say a lot of things here. So, this is an interesting game.
Okay.
One thing that I think about, though, Jeff, is along the lines of when you play a PSVR game now, you're like...
Yes.
How did you put it? Like, would I play this game if it wasn't in VR?
Yes.
Is your measure, right? Well,
it's one of them. I don't think it always applies.
No.
But it's a very, very good one.
And I totally get it. Now, here's the weird thing. This game is a game that I'm playing... I'm just sitting in my chair with the DualShock, and I'm literally playing a 3D platformer adventure game in third person. So, in VR, all I'm doing is kind of looking at the scene, and I'm controlling this character separately. And I'm looking at this, I'm like, okay, the game's not bad. It controls well. It's got an interesting story. It's telling the myth of Theseus and the Minotaur. Okay, so they're taking that old Greek myth and making a game out of it. So you're in this labyrinth, and you're going through the labyrinth. You're being guided by Ariadne, who's this sort of spirit or this sprite that has been She's been trapped by the Minotaur, and she's guiding you with her light, and you have to try to defeat the Minotaur. And there's other creatures you come across.
Okay.
And every time you die, you can die, but when you come back, you actually end up finding your dead body and reabsorbing your essence from your previous body. So
Okay.
it sort of takes that mechanic. Remember that Unreal game on the iPad? Where you play, every time you died, you play your next generation?
What was that called?
I can't remember.
Something Blade.
Infinity Blade.
Infinity Blade.
Yeah.
Because there's like 6 of those games.
Yeah, so it's kind of like that. So when you die, you end up finding your old corpse. So the game, like I said, the game's not bad. It's actually fun. I enjoyed it, but it was weird. I'm playing this, I'm like, why is this VR? Why? Because I'm literally just a character, or I'm just this person behind the character or looking up over top of the scene, and I'm just looking around to see where I need to go, but I'm controlling the character, and it's not me. I'm just an onlooker.
It seems like this could have been a VR mode to a regular game. Like they could put this out as a regular game.
No, this is a VR game. This was made
VR. Like you can't play this without VR.
This was made for VR. And I don't understand. I mean, it looks good. You know, again, it's a high quality VR game. It looks really good. It plays well. And I just don't understand why it's VR. It is the strangest use of VR in a game that I've seen, where I am not the person in VR. Like, it's not me in the game, right? I'm not in the world. I'm just in a single spot that doesn't move, looking around in each of the scenes. Okay, imagine original Resident Evil. You know how they had the pre-rendered scenes, and you just had a viewpoint. Imagine that in VR. You're in a viewpoint for each of the scenes, controlling the person in the scene. Like, what?
Well, that seems silly.
Well, I mean, it's a little unusual.
It's unusual, and I don't know the thinking behind it.
Wayward Sky was kind of like that too, where it was sort of like an adventure platformer, and you were looking from a bird's eye perspective, and you were sort of guiding this character around.
That's right,
and that was fun. It was like a puzzle game, though. Like you did go first person every once in a while to like solve puzzles and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it wasn't bad. I don't think it's necessarily a horrible thing. It is a little unusual, though. Like,
yeah,
you know, why would they invest all the money into doing it in VR when the audience for VR is so small?
But the one thing they have done, too, is if I look to the left, the character looks to the left. If I look to the right, he looks to the right. He looks up. He's looking where I'm looking, and yet I'm not him.
I approve of that. That's kind of neat.
So, honestly, I do recommend the game. It is a fun game. But I simply wonder, why is it VR? Because this game would be just as good, if not better, in like full 4K, you know, without VR.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm wondering, again, I'm about an hour, maybe 2 hours in, but I'm wondering if it's maybe too short an experience. So in order to enhance the experience, they made it VR. Because I can't speak to how long it is. Like, I have no clue how far I am or how close I am to finish it. Okay. Right? So, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed what I played. It's just, I'm like, I got in and I was reading about it from the press release, and this was provided by the publisher for review. And it was a made for PlayStation VR adventure game, you know? I'm like, oh great, it's made for PSVR. So here I am thinking, okay, I better get my wand controllers ready, my Move controllers. So I turn them on, I get them ready, I launch the game, and I'm like, nothing's working. I'm like, okay, so
nothing for you.
No, nothing for you. So then I pick up the DualShock, and sure enough, I'm literally just sitting playing a game like I would without VR. So that is Theseus, available for PSVR. I think they might be losing out on some sales because it's just PSVR, and that to me is an issue. It's a good game on its own.
Yeah, it seems like a having that as a mode to the regular game might be
I agree.
a better way to do it.
I agree. And you know what? Let me even after the show, I'll actually go try to launch it without VR and see if it actually says, because any game that's made for VR will say
Put on your glasses.
put on your headset, or headset not detected if it's unplugged or turned off. So I'll see if this game does that and let you know.
Okay.
And there is a child screaming.
Yeah, but that's a normal scream. That's fine.
All right, gentlemen.
That's fine.
Let's move on. All right. Well, we just talked about Destiny, and Tycko, you just mentioned how you had done the main story.
Yes.
And apparently, after the beta was done, this article came out just a couple days that apparently Bungie has already fixed Destiny 2's most annoying objective, and that is
I haven't read the article, and I'm going to guess it's the turbine at the end.
it is the turbine.
Yeah!
So-
Victory!
Okay, so first of all, what they've done is they fixed the turbine because apparently it was annoying a lot of even veteran Destiny players were having difficulty with it because the turbine it's got two arms offset 90 degrees to each other, and you have to basically make your way around to 3 different locations without getting hit by these turbine arms, and you have to shoot.
It's not hard. It's not that hard at all.
Well, that's exactly what I was going to say. I'm like, how are people having trouble with this? It wasn't that
Did we not
hard.
talk about this last week?
No.
So,
Did we not talk about this
the
last
problem
week?
I had with this, the big problem I had with this is it didn't really, I went into it on my own the first time. It didn't really tell me what to do.
Right,
And
I
spent
agree with
all
that.
of my ammo aimed at the center of the thing, thinking, what the hell's going on? Because I didn't know I had to go down for that.
So I didn't waste my ammo, but I did start shooting at the part. Basically, you're looking at it, and it says shoot the turbine. I'm like, okay, I'll shoot the turbine. No, it's down below, right? The objective is down below. And then once I realize that, I'm okay. Then I shoot the down below, and it's like, okay, why is it not ending? What's going on? I realized there's 2 more. You have to get around to 2 other locations.
Yeah, the whole thing was done badly. It's not turbine. It's 3 mini turbines attached to the big turbine.
Okay,
Like,
right.
Physically, if you think about how that would work. And in addition to that, they make you go to the left first instead of to the right first, which I think screws a lot of people up.
I went to the left naturally.
Sorry,
So did I.
I went to the left on my own. I didn't know you had to go left to right.
Oh yeah. You're supposed to go to the left, but I didn't the first time, and so I want to say something about this thing because I only died once,
Me too.
maybe twice. I don't remember. Both times trying to jump over the thing, and I got hit in the back of the head by the damn thing, and I didn't find it that bad, right? But when I watched Miranda do it, and I'm pretty sure I said this on the show last week, but she must have died there about 50 freaking times. Like, she got almost stuck there.
Wow.
And, it's one of those things that, it always reminds me, like, not everybody is that. We've played a lot of Destiny before, so we're kind of familiar with what's going on. But if you don't play a lot of Destiny and you don't know, like, they never even told you had double jump. If you didn't know you had double jump or run or any of that kind of stuff, like, yeah, that part is actually going to be really tricky. So I get that, a lot of people are not going to have problems with it, but it's still the most tricky thing in that whole freaking level, and it comes at you sort of like out of the blue. So I get why they did it. And, Bungie is super famous for using heat maps for deaths on all their maps, right? So they do a lot of statistics and analytics, and they can see where people are dying and by what, and then adjust their levels accordingly and stuff.
So a lot of people were dying by the turbines. So
yeah,
the interesting thing about the article is one of the developers, seeing the subreddits and people talking about it, he was surprised to see the two arms of the turbine because they fixed that months ago. He said now it's only 1 arm now. It's not 2.
Oh.
It's only 1. He was like, oh wait, it was still 2 arms in the beta? Why? He says that was fixed months ago. I'm like,
well, again, Betas are always old. I think I read somewhere that the beta was
it's months old. Yeah.
4 months old.
Yeah,
4 months old.
Exactly, 4 months old. And but no, the thing mostly about this article that I found strange was it was saying that even veterans of Destiny were having trouble with this. I'm like, what? It wasn't that hard. Like, I get it if you're terrible at platformers, but ultimately it wasn't that difficult. I died once when I realized, like, as I tried to jump over and it hit me. I'm like, okay, obviously it can't touch me. Okay, now I know. And then I went and did it. But I just, like, really? Veterans are having trouble with this? I didn't get it. I don't get it.
You get millions of people playing, you're going to get high numbers, right? And it may not even necessarily be high, but it might be higher than what they want. I remember watching a old Halo vid doc back when Bungie was making Halo, and they were talking about, as they were doing testing, they were finding a lot of players were getting lost in this particular Halo map. And they ended up just like tweaking it ever so slightly, because one of their big goals is that everybody should be able to finish their game, right? So, again, I get it. You get so many people going through it, a certain percentage of them are going to get stuck or lost or not be able to do it, and they want to try and reduce that so that, the campaign missions should be as easy as possible so that everybody can get through the campaign. And then if you want to keep playing to the strikes, well, you got to man up a little bit, right? If you want to get to the raid, well,
So I wonder what they're going to do about the rock digger in the strike. Because but
that's a strike.
Okay, but that was more difficult than those turbines.
That was high level content. Yeah, that was. But that's high level content. The story should be pretty smooth throughout, I don't expect to, I know I will die, but I don't expect to get to any part in the campaign that I'm like, oh man, that's super tough. That's not the type of game Destiny is. If we get to a strike, my hands are gonna start sweating a little bit. If we're gonna raid, we gotta be really smart. We gotta be top level gamers. But for the story, let's just breeze through it, tell a good story, put us in some cool scenarios, and that'll be good.
Fair enough.
And that's in my opinion.
All right, Overwatch. I saw this today. The Overwatch League has revealed minimum player salaries.
Yes.
In U.S. dollars.
In U.S. dollars, so minimum.
That's right. I need a calculator now.
Yeah, they're going to get $50,000 minimum salary.
That's base salary.
Base salary.
Base salary before bonuses.
Yeah.
Who is paying this? Who is paying
Sponsors.
them a salary? Sponsor, really?
Sponsors.
So how does this work? How do we become?
That's $62,771 and change in Canadian.
In Canadian, yeah, at current rates. Okay, so and how the heck do we get to play Overwatch professionally and still make $50,000 US to stay home and play Overwatch? How can we do this?
Man, I don't want to make $50,000.
That's base,
maybe
dude.
If you're
that's base, and then
I understand that's base. Okay, tell me the bonus.
And then there are bonuses, and there's a pot of $3.4 million for the tournament with guaranteed $1 million to the winning team. Mm-hmm. Right, so they can make a lot more than $50,000 in a year by playing Overwatch. And
plus, they get housing,
right?
Healthcare, like everything else included as well.
Healthcare, housing. It's like I'm looking at this like, sign me up. I want to play Overwatch every day and get paid for it. How does this work? How is this a thing?
Be better at it, for one.
Well, that's the whole point of playing every day in your team house. You practice every day. You get up and you.
Yeah, well.
Actually, there's probably no getting up because you haven't even gone to bed.
It's base salary for a reason, right? It's a job like any other professional sport. Like,
yes.
It's
my mind is
a lot
blown.
of work. So
my mind is blown that this is a thing.
So
it's been a thing for a while, though. It's new to Overwatch, but it's not new to like League of Legends or StarCraft 2, or sorry, StarCraft 1.
But I have no idea.
Sponsorship deals as opposed to a salary, though. Like,
no, they have salaries.
Do
they really?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
This is how esports works. There are teams. These teams, by the way, the only cool thing about these teams, which I'm not sure is standard or not because I don't really care about esports, is that these are cities, right? There's like the LA team and the New York team, and the cities are the actual ones that are putting the teams together. So,
can you get traded? Can you get traded from city to city?
I don't know. I imagine we're gonna get there one day. I mean, a professional. I don't know. What do you watch? Baseball?
Basketball usually.
Basketball. What does a basketball like? What's like a bad basketball contract?
Like the league minimum is, I think, $350,000
for like a 2-year contract, or is that a year or what?
That's one year. That's the league minimum for 1 year. It's like 250, 350,000.
Right, and I think that's ridiculous, right? For throwing a stupid ball around. But you know,
that's the minimum.
It generates a lot of revenue and all that kind of stuff. So you know, I get it. But you know, $62,000. I mean, maybe it's the fact that I'm getting older now, but I mean, I don't. It's $62,000 if you're really terrible. I think they were talking about like $100,000 each if you do a lot better because the teams are quite a bit bigger.
12 players per team, they were saying.
Yeah,
12 players minimum. Per team. So, you know,
minimum, 12 maximum.
Maybe you're taking home, if you win, maybe you're taking home $150,000 a year, something like that.
Right?
I'm terrible at math.
Playing a game, a video game. Let me specify.
Yeah, but I mean,
this is just.
I don't know, dude. I think about long-term career. You know, retirement at 55 and getting to a 7-figure bank account.
Oh, and they have to have a pension too. There's a pension plan for these guys.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah.
This is
okay. All right.
This is nuts.
I still wouldn't do it.
I want to. Oh man, this is like, I want to be 20 again. You know, I want to be 20, and I want to just do this because this.
And you hate PvP.
But I don't hate Overwatch.
Oh, that's true.
I would do this,
Can't
honestly.
play all the time.
Let's get Sean into the league.
I want
to play the meta.
This is so cool. This would be so amazing. Also, Overwatch Doomfist is available now, so it's off of the test servers.
I'm less excited about that. I'm more excited about the loot box patch that went live today.
Oh, what? Oh, the more distributed, you won't get duplicates.
Yeah, they're making them not 100% random anymore, so you have a much lower chance of actually getting something that you already have.
Oh, nice. So excellent.
That's good by me because I was starting to get a lot of duplicates. I watched Miranda open 2 loot boxes. I don't know, like a week ago, and both loot boxes, all duplicates.
Ugh.
All.
Wow.
Like,
and what happens when you get a duplicate? Does it change into money or something?
Changes into money, yeah.
Okay, well that's not bad then, right?
No, it's not bad, but the amount of money that it gives you is so small compared to what it was worth if you bought it.
Oh, of course.
So it was really bad. And the other thing they did is they increased the amount of money that you're going to get in the loot boxes, so that because with less duplicates, that actually means you're also learning less money, right?
Right,
because you only got money from getting duplicates before, unless you actually found money in the loot box, but that was also very rare. So they had to, when they removed the high amount of duplicates, they also had to increase the amount of gold you're going to be getting. So now they're saying you're actually going to be generating more gold on average. So that's cool.
That's excellent. Excellent.
I have not tried it yet. It's installed. My kids were playing it when I got home, and I'm like, I gotta go podcast. Tell me how it is later, kids.
I like it. All right, Nintendo Switch. We got more numbers. They have sold another 2 million units. They're in
stock.
On
Amazon. I'm looking at them right now, going, I can just put that in my cart.
You could.
Matter of fact, I did. Now all I got to do is hit that checkout button.
They are now at 4.7 million units sold since March. Well on their way to, what is it they said? They want 13 million by March next year?
Yeah.
So
is that what they said?
April, May, June, July. It's been 4 months, and they've sold almost 5 million units in 4 months. That's pretty incredible. So they've got a hit on their hands, that's for sure.
They are almost about to overtake the Atari 7800. Almost.
Well, they are almost halfway to what the Wii U sold in its lifetime.
Yes.
Yeah, in 4 months.
Well, the Wii U was just under 14 million.
Yes. Well, like I said,
So-
they're on the way to hit
Yeah.
that in a year.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you thought it would not happen, Jeff. You said, no way they're going to hit that.
No way they're going to hit what?
13
13 million in
13
1 year?
million in a year.
Did I say that?
You did?
I think you did. You were very adamant. You stomped your foot.
You did.
Sounds like something I'd
like
say.
a fist clench, and made your old man noise.
Nintendo
Yeah, there you
will
go.
never sell 14 million units.
There you go.
Where's my Sega Master System 2? Which, by the way, it still hasn't outsold yet,
So, Jeff,
I think.
I think you should buy
Outsold
in.
the Wonder Swan.
Jeff's
If I buy one, then I'm contributing to making me wrong.
right.
Well, we won't count yours towards the total. How's that?
But I have to tell you something, Jeff.
Yes.
You
what?
have to buy one because Farm Simulator is coming to the Switch.
Good.
You
Good.
could play it on the bus, Jeff. Farming Simulator. Isn't
I
that
still wouldn't play my Switch on the bus.
isn't that the game
I
you've
still
been
wouldn't.
waiting for?
No, I really want to review it. I am a little nervous about spending money on it, but if they're ready to send a review code, I will totally make a YouTube video out of it. I mean, yay, farm. I don't even know what it is because I've never played it. That's my issue.
It's
So
a farming
Well,
simulator.
It's pretty self-explanatory in the name. It's not really like you have to read a lot
no
into that.
spoilers, okay? No spoilers. I don't want to know how it ends.
You grow the wheat. Oh, sorry. Oh, spoiler alert.
Can I grow other crops too? Can I grow corn? Mer.
Marijuana,
Marijuana.
No,
cocaine.
that's a different game.
That's a different game. Okay.
Yeah.
Noted. The secret. That's the dark web version of Farm Simulator.
Oh, speaking of cocaine,
Hmm.
I forgot to mention earlier that
You got a problem?
I want to know where
okay,
this.
Sean.
I
We
want to know
know.
where this is going, Sean.
This is your intervention.
no, I played the Fallen Ghost DLC in Ghost Recon.
Oh.
And it was weird. Like I don't like it because it makes you literally create a whole character again. You have to go through the character creation again and then pick out all your weapons. It's like I just spent, 60 hours tuning my character to the weapons I like, and now you want me to start again?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, it's weird.
This is what we were saying before, is that
Yeah.
Ubisoft, they do like 5 things right, and then just so you know they're still Ubisoft, they're going to do one weird thing.
Yep.
Yep.
They do give you a
Every
crossbow this
Every time.
They give you new weapons and new abilities, right? They give you a maxed out character, and then you have to buy new skills, and you got a new weapon called a crossbow. Well, it's not. You have a crossbow weapon now, which is like super silent weapon.
Awesome.
Yeah, but it doesn't have good range. That's the problem with it. So,
Well,
meh. I don't want to replace my awesome sniper rifle.
no. Why would you with that super long range 6x scope?
Right?
They should just make DLC with a 12x scope
That's
and then
it.
I buy it.
That's right. That's all I want. All right, let's move on. We've got PlayStation Plus games for August. Who wants to take this one on?
Oh.
Jeff, what are we getting?
Yeah.
One of your favorite games.
There's I know this. One of them is Just Cause 3, right?
Yes.
Am I right?
Yes.
All right. So that, of course, is one of my favorite PlayStation 4 games. I think that game is amazing, totally underrated by Sean, who just sort of gave it a meh, but he's wrong, so that's okay. And then we're also getting, I don't know if I've ever heard of this game before.
No.
Assassin's Creed Freedom Cry. I have no idea which one that is.
This was DLC for Assassin's Creed 4, where you play as first mate Adewale. And it looks
that's
like
why.
they've now made this a standalone game, so you don't have to have Assassin's Creed 4 in order to play it.
Sorry, you cut out huge on me. I didn't hear a word you said, but I'm glad you explained it to the listeners. Moving on, Super Motherload on PS3, Stickball PS3, nobody cares. Downwells for the Vita, but it's also cross-buy with PS4, and I have heard that's actually good. And then something called Level 22 for the Vita, but nobody cares.
Some people care, apparently.
Do they?
And people do care about PS3. I've been told that we have listeners that care about the PS3 games.
Okay, well, in that case, I'll be a little bit more slow. Super Motherload, no idea what that is. And Snake Ball, no idea what that is. Because I didn't have a PlayStation 3, because the Xbox 360 was my jam.
Fair enough. All right, Tycko?
Yes.
What are we getting for Xbox games with gold in August?
Well, in August, on the Xbox One, from the 1st to the 31st, we're getting Slime Rancher.
Slime Rancher.
Yes, Slime Rancher.
What is that?
I believe that you ranch slime.
Oh,
I don't know exactly what this game is. It's probably a farm simulator with slime.
Okay.
That has been in game preview for a while. I have not played it or touched it.
Why did you not press any buttons, Tycko?
Because I was waiting for it to be free on August 1st.
But it was a preview. You could have played it for free.
I know, but it just didn't. Slime ranching does not appeal to me for some reason.
And
I'll try
yet,
it.
Kitty Powers does.
Yes. Well, then you know what? Maybe I'm sensitive now because I was mocked so ferociously.
Okay,
after
I'm watching
that.
the video. It is farming slime.
Oh,
it is. So.
Well, is it ranching slime or farming slime?
No, there was a garden, and you were sucking slime out of it.
Oh. All right. Well, August 1st, we'll give that one a try. And then August 16th to September 15th is Trials Fusion on the Xbox One.
Now that's a fun game.
I own that.
That is a fun game. You probably do own that.
It's fun for
a while,
a day or two.
Until you get to level 4 and you absolutely die every 4 seconds.
Yeah, I find that's a game where I'm like, I'll play it up until I get stuck, but once I get stuck, I'm never going back.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's been that way with every single one.
All right, then on the Xbox 360 with backwards compatibility from the 1st to the 15th, we're getting Bayonetta, which is a game.
Guns in your
Lots
shoes.
Lots of people like that game. I think it looks dumb, but
I agree. I agree with you, Jeff.
I've played it. It's not my cup of tea. And then from the 16th to the 31st of August, Red Faction Armageddon.
I think that game is amazing. I think. If it's the game that I'm thinking of.
It is the one you're thinking of.
Armageddon is
it's the one on Mars, where you can everything's destructible.
Yeah, and you went to go find your brother or something in the beginning.
Yes.
Your brother gets killed or something. That game is awesome, and it has one of the best party modes of any game I've ever played.
A party
Everybody
mode?
on your couch takes turns trying to smash down a building as fast as they can.
Yes, that is the right game. Yeah.
Yes, and the destruction in that game is awesome. That is a great, totally underrated game. That is I would give this whole month to Xbox purely for that game alone.
And not the PlayStation because of Just Cause 3?
Just Cause 3 is also amazing, but dude, that game, I just forgot what it was called.
Red
Faction
Armageddon.
That was a great game that I really loved. You get a hammer and you just blow buildings down. Awesome.
It is actually really fun to play that one. I enjoy that.
Jeff, do you own Just Cause 3 digitally or physically?
I believe digitally.
Oh, okay. So the PlayStation Plus game won't allow you to sell anything, is what I was getting at.
No, I don't think so. And that's okay. I'm pretty much not getting anything I care about on PlayStation side next month since I already own Just Cause.
I do have to say though, if you haven't already, Until Dawn is free this month on PlayStation Plus. I don't think we covered it last month, but if you have not played Until Dawn and you have PlayStation Plus, go download it. It is incredible game.
Sounds like
it is good.
A scary zombie game. Is it a zombie game?
I don't think you would like it, Jeff. It is a scary game. But
I scare easily.
Yeah, no,
I was watching the first episode of Stranger Things. No spoilers for people, but the very first time, and the guy's in the elevator and then the thing happens, I jumped right out of my chair on the bus. I was like, on the bus.
You were watching it on the bus.
I was watching it on the bus. I was like, oh, Christ. My nerves are so bad. You have no idea. Like, if my dog barks, I'm like, ah! Like, so bad, my nerves. I think I need to be drunk all the time.
I think we need to get Jeff to go see the new It movie.
Right?
Nope, I don't know what that is, but if you're suggesting it, forget it.
It's Stephen King's It. It's about killer clowns. How about that?
No, just one. One killer clown.
A killer clown. Okay.
Spoiler warning.
The new trailer looks really creepy for that too.
I will say though that Until Dawn would be hilarious if Jeff played it, because there are certain jump scares in it where using your camera it records your reaction.
Damn it! No. Is it in VR or is it?
Sorry? No, it's not VR.
VR?
No. So Ari and I played it, and we were laughing at ourselves when we watched the video. It's just like a 5-second video. It's your reaction to a jump scare, right? And all it sees is you're playing all serious, and all of a sudden it's like, and it's just the reaction you see of yourself. It's hilarious, and I can just imagine what Jeff would look like playing that.
Yeah.
Play it. You know you want to. You know we want you to.
Play it with Miranda. You can both make decisions because it's a decision-based game.
Yeah.
So
no, I think I'll pass.
All right. Well, do you guys remember the old game Night Trap?
Yes.
Apparently, it is coming
Sega CD
back. Yes.
Yeah, it was a Sega CD game.
Full motion video game. It's coming back to the consoles.
Wait, which game was Night Trap? Is that the one with the girls and the killer?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
You were surveying
terrible acting?
Yes, the terrible acting, surveying the different rooms. Like you're a voyeur, basically, right? And you're trying to stop. I don't think I ever finished the game. I had the game on my Sega CD, but I don't think I ever really understood how to play it. But it's
very convoluted. Yeah.
It's coming to PlayStation 4 and eventually Xbox. I don't think they've committed to Xbox yet.
No, they have.
They have. Okay. But in August, it's coming to PlayStation 4. What I'm trying to find out, which I couldn't figure out today, is it coming back in its original form? Or are they taking the original...
It's remastered.
The original full motion video and remastering the whole thing?
I think they're remastering the whole thing. It's the original full motion video, but they're remastering everything. They've cleaned up the video,
okay,
and they're cleaning up the UI and everything as well.
That's hilarious. That is awesome.
I can't even believe that is happening.
Right? I mean, there were other I remember a game called Sewer Shark. Is that right?
Sewer Shark was fantastic.
Right?
I love that game.
That was another one with full motion video in it. I loved Sewer Shark. They should remaster that one, too. I want to see a series of full-motion video Sega CD remasters. Because there were a few. There wasn't that many, but there were a few. Yeah.
I think there's like 5 of them total, and that's what everybody bought that add-on for their machine for.
That's why they bought Sega CD, because it could play video. You know? So that's awesome. In August, it's coming back, and I am going to do my best to review it right here on the OMG Hour. All right. Well, that pretty much brings us to the end of this show. And I believe it is Jeff who's going to take us out again this week.
Oh, is it me again? Okay. So, are you on Twitter? Do you enjoy tweeting? You should follow this show on Twitter. We are at the OMG Hour. While you're there, you can read my weekly tweet, singular, by following me at Sinix. That's SINNIX. And of course, we have many links in the show notes, which can be found on omgnexus.com.
All right, you can follow me on Twitter at Mr. Second Place, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe, several other things. I'm not looking at this time because Sean will give me crap for that. So, but yes, goodness. All of the things: like, share, subscribe, follow.
Okay,
comment.
Thanks, Tycko. That's good. Good stuff. As always, I am Zion Tame. That is XIANTAYNE, and I have started my annual Extra Life campaign. It's my 8th year doing it, so if you
oh my gosh, is it time for that again?
It's becoming time. It's going to be in November, so we're coming up on August is usually when I start. So if you can consider coming and donating, if you go to bit.ly/extra Sean, that's my my bit.ly for it, so check that out. I would appreciate all the help I can get. And that is it for this episode of the OMG Hour, episode number 261. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We'll be back again next week.
Good night, everybody.
Do some finger guns, Jeff.
Bye, guys.
Finger guns. Oh, and our outro is gone. Where's our outro video? Okay, it's gone. Sorry, no outro. Keep going, Jeff. Keep going.
I don't remember.
Keep going.
We don't usually hear it.
This has been an OMGNexus.com production.